Hi friends, it's Stacy from Seattle Seedling, and today we're going to work on a craft for the chicken coop. The sun finally arrived in Seattle and we are loving the warm sunny weather, but that also means that my chickens get a little bit hot. They're Seattle chickens after all, so they can be a little sensitive to the heat as well. And I put my coop in a pretty sunny part of the yard. Now in hindsight, I probably wouldn't have made that same choice because I could be growing some crazy tomatoes in that space, but that's where it is. So to take care of my chickens during this hot weather, I like to create a little bit of shade in the run. Up until now, I've had a bamboo shade cloth, kind of roll-up shade, hanging up there that I repurposed and put on the side of the run, but it has seen better days and it is practically disintegrating on the run right now. So it's just really not looking the way I'd like to. And you probably saw my post recently where I was talking about sass in the garden, and basically this idea of how can you do what you need to do, get your hands dirty, while also kind of expressing your personal style. I feel that same way with things around the garden. When I come across a project, something that needs to be done or fixed, I like to think about how can I make this functional but also express my personal style. So this is one of those projects. Yes, I could get another bamboo roll-up shade and slap it up there and it'd be fine, but that would be the same as every other bamboo shade and wouldn't be unique to me. So I'm gonna make my own. Here's what you'll need to make a simple oilcloth sun shade, which can pretty much go anywhere. I'm going to put this in the coop, but if you needed to shade a spot, you could use this in any place. So one piece of oilcloth. I got some extra wide double fold bias tape that I'm going to use as kind of a border to finish those edges and also to give the shade and the cloth a little bit more stability. But this is, make sure you get the double wide that has this fold here so you can just slip it over the edge of the fabric. Some sewing scissors. I'm going to use my sewing machine today, so you need a sewing machine. And then we're going to put some grommets into this oilcloth in order to hang it onto the hardware cloth in the run with some ribbon. And I have discovered that putting grommets into a fabric is actually way easier than I thought. I just recently got some grommets and these little handy dandy tools that it comes with. I always thought you needed some crazy punch. You don't at all, you just need a hammer. So I will show you how to do that too. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I got some contrasting color bias tape, and I just want to put this bias tape along the edge of this fabric, and then I'm going to sew a nice zigzag stitch onto this tape to secure it to the fabric. So now it's time to sew that into place on the fabric. So I'm done sewing this binding edging to the edge of the fabric. And now what I've done is I've taken one end, this is the long end that will be the bottom, and I've folded over a 2-inch section of this fabric, which I'm going to use to make a pocket. And I'm going to slip a bamboo stake into this to create a weight for the bottom so that it kind of hangs it down and gives it a little bit more structure. And then too, I could roll it up kind of like a sunshade. So I've pinned this along the way so that it's 2 inches all the way from end to end. And now what I'm going to do is just sew one straight seam down this seam binding from end to end. So I'm really just going to slip it in. I think when I measured it, I actually needed to make it a little bit shorter. It's just a wee bit big. So I'm going to use a saw and just trim off just a little bit. I mean, I guess it doesn't look bad having that little bit sticking out, but I might want a more clean look, so I might just take that off. you need to make a hole into the fabric. So I'm just using like a school hole punch to do that. Okay. So I'm taking this taller end, I'm pushing it through to the back of the fabric. So this is going to be the part that's going to be showing through. I'm putting this thinner piece on top. So it's sort of like I'm sandwiching them in there. This little piece that comes with the package, I'm basically just setting this grommet, the front part, on top of that. And you can almost already sort of feel that those are, sorry, Blair Witch again. This is kind of fitting into that other part. Now I'm going to put this tool, this cylinder part, down into the, oh no, sorry, other way, like that. It has this little indentation which fits into the little groove. I'm placing it right there. Oh, come on, hammer. And then I'm going to give it some gentle taps with a hammer. Sorry for the shaky camera. And as you can see, it's sort of smushed down and made a connection. Actually, it seems like maybe I could smush that together a little bit more. I think I want to do that. Let's do one more. So I'm lining those up. Want to get it on there a little bit better. There, that feels better. And now I have a little grommet that I can use to hang this shade up on the coop. So I'm going to put the grommet on the other side, and I'm also going to put one in the middle that I can use to put a ribbon through, so when I'm rolling the shade up to the top, I can use that ribbon to wrap around it and hold on to it. That's all I have for you today. I hope you'll check out my blog at seattleseedling.com. You can follow me on Facebook and on Twitter, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get all the updates of my videos every week. And I hope you'll tune in next Monday for more tips on how to make your garden grow. Have a great week, friends. Bye.